Okay, so warm welcome to this episode where I will start rebuilding my rally tower for my KTM 500. Okay, so a lot of the aftermarket rally towers today, they either getting attached in the frame here. So you have a bracket here that going up to the front and then you attach the rally tower to that. Or you have a bracket that you attach down here, and then you have the screw holes here in the top triple clamp for the speedo, where you can have a bracket in between, and then you can attach the rally tower, which means when you turn the handlebars will actually or the rally tower will follow the handlebar movement. So what I have done, this is kind of my take. I already had an adventure spec mini fairing on the bike when I bought it, and I modified the top plate here so it's a little bit smaller, and I will paint that later. And then I actually made these kind of extensions here, which are in MDF at the moment, but I have cut them out in aluminium now. So, and what this does is being clamped here between that kind of plate and that MDF, and then you have a screw and bolt in between that holds everything together. So you get a great adjustability from that, because you can tilt that one and that one in different directions to kind of align the whole rally tower, so you have a lot of adjustments. And a little bit more of how I get the correct kind of measurements and angles and everything when I do this before going into the CAD software. And the one I use is SolidWorks. I use this RevoPoint Pop 3D scanner. Quite good one, not the best, but sure does the job to get the correct measurements and angles and deviations in surfaces and so on. And a very important thing when you scan motorcycle parts is that you use a scanning spray. I use this ASA Blue. So it's basically a solution you spray on, and then it will disappear after 4 hours and leave no trace basically. It will make the part kind of white gray-ish, and it will also minimize the reflections, so it will be matte, and therefore it's really good to scan. So I used that when I scanned the windshield and when I scanned kind of the attachment points here and the headstock and so on. Okay, so here's the finished parts cut out in aluminium. It's a 5mm aluminium, which I've used water jet to cut them out with. So you get all the holes and everything very precise. But if you would like to do this, you can do, of course you could do this with, if you're a little bit handy, you can do it with normal tools like a jigsaw or a router or these kind of things. I also sandblasted them. They get a really good finish when they're finished, but I wanted a sandblast to get the powder to stick a little bit better of the parts. So here's my homemade powder coating setup. So here's a regular IKEA oven which I bought on Marketplace for cheap, and then I have this to hang all the parts. And then over here we have this really cheap IKEA kind of textile wardrobe, which is really nice. And then you build it, and then you have a perfect rod here to hang your parts, and then you can powder coat in it, because powder coating makes a big mess. So you have powder everywhere, so but all the powder gets down in the bottom, and then you can empty it later and clean it out. And that is soon ready to go into the oven. Okay, so just around half a minute left, and then I will bring it out. Okay, so here's the finished parts that cooled down. Looks really nice, really lightweight. So now I just need to attach all the parts together. I've started with the wiring, fixing up some things which I didn't really like before. So that's what's next. So now I have test fitted the new sides here, mounted up indicators and putting all the wires together underneath here on the back, and they will be mounted there, and there you will have the brackets for the windshield. So basically with the windshield on, it will look something like this. So here it is, the finished rally tower. Looks pretty good. Okay, so here you can see this is the bike, a 2021 KTM 500 EXC F. It's a 6 days edition. Really like the graphics of this one. I have a Cherbys 12-liter tank, seat concept seat. We have the Samsung Active tablet. We have an ET Racing steering damper, which I really love. It's a great addition to the bike. 2-finger clutch lever, easier clutch springs. This is the DIY rally tower, which you saw in the previous clips. Down here you have the USB, so it's USB-C and a regular USB port. There's the lights, the windshield, nothing fancy at all. And the key ignition switch here. If you're staying at the shop or anything, you have that little bit of protection. Then you have over here the engine guards, or engine plastic thingies. You have the swing arm protectors, a little bit of a Moskomoto, something to prevent damage to the saddlebags when I use them for traveling and so on. So I guess that's pretty much it. That covers the bike. It looks pretty good, I think. Get a little bit of a side view of it.